My name is Erin Fostel, and I'm a visual artist who works with charcoal. I'm from Baltimore, and my studio practice is based there as well. My partner for the project was the YWCA of Southampton Roads. They're an organization that's based in Norfolk, and they have an emergency shelter that provides refuge to women and families seeking refuge from domestic and sexual violence. I had been interested in partnering with a shelter that provides safe space for women for a little bit. So I was introduced to them through Zoom, and I feel like it was kind of like an interview process of sorts to make sure that the partnership between us was going to be a good one for both. But I had talked with them a little bit about the women's bedroom series that I had been working on for several years. And these were drawings that were of various rooms that were occupied by just a single woman. It was just her space. And I'd been working on that series for a long time. And I'd been wanting to shift over to look more into spaces that were temporary, spaces that were more refuge. And I'd been looking to partner with an organization like the YWCA. And so by the time that I'd had that first conversation with them where I was talking about where my interests were and what this project would be, it just meshed really well, where I just wanted to really focus on showing a space in their particular shelter. And after that Zoom interview, I was invited to come down on a day that was supposed to be a turnover day. So like a day where like a room was being cleaned out so that a new family or woman could come in. I was scheduled to come down to do a photograph. And it just turned out that about 2 days before I came down to do my photograph, a woman had unexpectedly left the shelter. And since they knew I was coming down, they were kind enough to just sort of leave everything as is. And so when I arrived to the space, they literally were just sort of opening the door to like what was just in place when the woman had left. Shelter is really important. I mean, shelter is what everybody deserves to have. It's a safe space where you can do everything that you need to do. Sleep, eat, relax, rest. And the drawings that I have been doing of the women's bedroom series, they were specifically to show sort of the sanctuaries that women sort of went to for rest. Like when they were out of the public eye, when they're out of, you know, any of sort of the imposing forces that are applied to a woman's body. Like that is the space that is theirs to rest in fully. And so for this particular project, you know, shelter is something that has to be provided sometimes, especially provided to those in need who don't have access to it. And safe shelter, like shelter should be safe. Shelter should be warm and cozy and all those things that you need it to be, and it should be accessible.